If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell button to the Mighty M. I told you so. I told you that WandaVision was a waste of time. And guess what? I was right. Nobody's talking about WandaVision anymore. Nobody's on Twitter with the hashtag WandaVision or hashtag Maxima for life or whatever. No, nobody's talking about this show. Nobody's encouraging others to watch the show. Nobody's binge watching this show. I was right. I told you. This show was a waste of time. Nobody cares about the show. Nobody's going to put themselves through this horrible, mediocre show. Okay? And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I wanted to wait a few weeks. Well, actually, I wanted to wait until the end of Winter Soldier and Falcon to end so I could be like, yeah, I was right. Okay, you would think that people, for how much they were praising it, they would be talking about it endlessly, but guess what? Nobody's talking about it. Nobody. And I get it. Some people are going to be like,
oh, well, that happens to every show and movie, any form of entertainment.
Like blah, 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 blah. Okay, all I hear is a bunch of excuses. Okay, I had people trying to compare the show to Game of Thrones.
Bruh.
Are you kidding me? Maybe the last season of Game of Thrones, but Game of Thrones? Get out of here. But anyways, I was right. WandaVision was nothing more than filler. It was a mediocre show. This video isn't about WandaVision and how I was right. No, this is about the Falcon and Winter Soldier. And, well, what can I say? It was okay. It wasn't bad. It was definitely better than WandaVision, but it was just okay. And I think the reason why I think this show was just okay is because, well, while it did have a somewhat interesting plot, it didn't really capture me the way other shows have. I wasn't really like, for one thing, I wasn't even rooting for Falcon or the Winter Soldier throughout the entire season. I did like what they did with Winter Soldier, having to deal with, trauma, having to deal with his history, with his past, going to therapy, having to confront his past. I like that. It was really good. I really enjoyed that. Because it's not often we get to see that in comic books or, comic book films or stuff like that. The only thing that was ever close to that was Young Justice, where, after they were dealt with this traumatic event of an alien invasion, and let's not forget, these were kids. For those who haven't watched the show, they were kids or teenagers, whatever. They went through therapy, and they were expressing themselves and feelings, and I like that. I like that about superheroes, because at the end of the day, we're used to seeing superheroes beat up bad guys and fighting off alien armies and whatever, but it's not often we get to see the after effects, because what does that do to a person? Whether they're super or not, they're probably going through a lot mentally. So I like what they did with the Winter Soldier. Falcon, on the other hand, wow. Look, I was rooting for him to be Captain America. When they announced that he was going to be Captain America, I was like, awesome. That's cool. Just like in the comics, right? But my goodness, he is an awful Captain America. I understand what they were trying to do with the character, but as a hero, he sucks. I'm sorry, he just sucks, man. He's a terrible Captain America. My goodness, like I like him as the Falcon, that is Captain America in the MCU. That is such a terrible, terrible Captain America. Now, before people pull out their pitchforks and call me a bunch of names, hear me out. Look, I like the Falcon, okay? And as I said before, I was looking forward to him becoming Captain America. But my God, he was such a frustrating character. Okay, he was so frustrating. Okay, now, I don't know if I can use this word on YouTube, so I'm not going to. But the Flag Smashers, they were villains. Okay, I don't care what anybody says. They were villains. Okay, that were okay with killing people. And you got freaking Sam Wilson here trying to negotiate with the villains. Are you kidding me? Why are you trying to negotiate with the villains? Now, I get it. Maybe that is a very Captain America thing to do, where he's gonna reach out and trying to like, you know, help them out, or trying to be like, hey, why don't you change your ways? Hey, why don't you do this? But the villains, right? They kill people. They threaten friends. They threaten his own family members. And what does he do? Hey, am I gonna hurt you? Like, are you kidding me? Steve Rogers would probably punch that kid in the face. And speaking of which, Carly, God, you know what? That bitch. Okay, I hated that character. I legitimately hate it. And not because, oh, she's the villain, we're supposed to hate her. It's just that because she's here and we're supposed to feel bad for her because I want things to go back the way they were. And I get it, they're trying to make it the whole real world events. I get that. But here's the thing. She was killing people and she did not care one bit. Okay? She did not care at all. Okay? And I do not feel sorry for her at all. The moment she killed Battlestar, or, well, not her, but, when the Flag Smashers killed Battlestar, I immediately just, screamed at my TV and said, kill that right now. That bitch. Okay? I don't care. I'm glad, as a character, she is dead. Okay? I'm glad. I do not care. And you, Sam Wilson, for trying to help her out. Okay? Again, I get it. Maybe that's what Captain America would do. He would go out and try to help this young woman, But another thing about him, Sam Wilson, he was just an absolute dick this entire season. Who was he mostly a dick to? John freaking Walker, Captain America. And I'm going to say this right now. I stand with John Walker. Alright? John Walker did nothing wrong. There. I said it. I prepared a list. Jimmy, I prepared a list. You may not be able to see it because, the lighting is terrible here. And I was going to make this video 2 weeks ago. But I decided, I'm going to wait out on it. I'm gonna wait out on it like I did with WandaVision. But honestly, it still stands here. John Walker did nothing wrong. John Walker is a great American hero. And John Walker did not deserve the hate he deserved this season. And I'm not saying from the fictional characters in the MCU. I'm talking from the people of the real world. My goodness, they really hated this guy. But that's the other thing about John Walker that I like, is the fact that he was hated on the show and outside of the show. And here's a message to the people. Look, Russell, excuse me, I don't know his real name. I know Russell. I know he's the son of Kurt Russell. But look, he's just an actor. Quit being a jerk to the guy. And I've seen it. I don't think it's that bad. But if you hate the actor, get a life. It's just a TV show, right? But as a character, I get it. I get why people didn't like him. But it's at the same time, I'm like, people were hating him because he's not my Captain America. He's not. Look, he is Captain America, yes, but he's not Captain America. Okay? At the end of the day, he is John Walker, and he's doing what he thinks is right. So when he killed that villain, I said, good. They just killed his friend. He's like, well, he was begging for his life. That's not what Captain America did. How convenient it is to say that when Captain America didn't see his best friend get killed in front of him. Well, what about in Captain America when he got kicked off a train? He got kicked off a train. Okay, it was a time of war, and I get it here. It's like, well, it's also technically a time of war, right? Look, he was killing. I don't know if I could say that word, but he was killing Hydra members, right? In that time. So to say that, oh, Captain America doesn't kill, well, he has, okay? Everybody in the MCU has pretty much killed somebody. So people are clutching their pearls going, oh my god, like, how could John Walker do that? It's like, are you going to say the same about Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, and the Avengers, and pretty much everyone in the MCU? No. But because it's John Walker, you want to crucify the character. And again, I know people are going to be like, oh, well, he begged for his life, and, he looked up to Captain America. You think Captain America would want that villain to join the Flag Smashers? No. Do you think he'd be okay with the villains killing, his best friend? No. Okay? And at the end of the day, John Walker, as a character, is just human. Right? He's being told by, he's only doing what the government says is telling him to do. And look, I'm not saying that's a good thing either. You shouldn't just always obey orders, right? Especially if it's wrong. But I don't blame, John Walker for what he did. But what made it so frustrating is that, I get people hated him from the last 10 seconds of the first episode, but the fact that Sam was just a dick to him all season, all right? And Bucky too, he's no saint either, but it's like, you got John Walker who's trying to reach out to him. He's like, hey, I'm trying to I'm trying to be okay, and I'm trying to do this, and I could really use your help. And he's like, well, you're not Captain America, or, oh, well, how dare you call me your partner or psychic, or I don't know. He, took offense to something he got out of the Jeep. He's like, grow up, quit being a baby, dude. He's like, and then people were like, oh my god, how could he say, stay out of my way. No, okay? You got Sam here and Bucky, not only trying to negotiate with villains and work with them,
Bruh.
they break out Baron Zemo.
Bruh.
A villain who almost broke up the Avengers. He did break up the Avengers.
Bruh.
And I'm supposed to hate John Walker?
Bruh.
No. But here's the thing. I haven't said it already, but that was the best part of the show. John Walker was the best part of the show. I thought he was such an amazing character. Maybe not so much amazing, but he was just a good character. It's actually the highlight of the show for me. That's the only reason why I cared. Because I didn't care for Sam. I was done. By just his attitude, how just the character, I was just done with him. Bucky was cool, they kind of touched up on it, and then they kind of dropped that in, and then they kind of wrapped up at the end, where he finally confronted the last person, and he confessed what he did. But John Walker was just consistently good, You got this guy who's just trying to do what he can. He's not trying to replace Captain America, he's just trying to be the best Captain America he can be. And he said that. And yet he was being hated from everybody. And, and what else did I have here? Let's see, I covered that. Oh, and then on top of that, it's I love the progression of the character. He, as good as he was, or he thought he wasn't the best. So he takes a serum to become a super soldier. And people are throwing a fit about that. It's why is he throwing a cereal? That's what bad. Why? Because it comes from the bad guys.
Bruh.
I mean, let's not forget, Bucky has a metal arm and he's killed people. The Falcon has gadgets. Captain America's on steroids. I mean, I get the morality of where he got his powers or whatever, but it's he's just a man at the end of the day. So, cut him some slack, right? But, again, John Walker was the best part of the show. I stand with the man. I look forward to seeing what they do with him as U.S. agent, because I'm yeah, that's what I was waiting for. And it's cool. And the thing I love is that what I love about the character, because this is what I thought they were going to do. And by they, I'm referring to Disney or Marvel Studios, whatever. They were going to do the cliche where, he's on the edge, and then he's just an overall bad guy. He's
Oh no, I'm a bad guy because, I went mental, whatever.
No. He was there a few times. But there was a moment throughout the last episode where he's either I go kill this villain who he should have killed, but he decided, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and save these people instead. He failed, but at least he still had that hero in him. And I like that. I was thank you, okay? For people who are giving him crap, and yes, he did fail
Loser!
to save those people. He tried, okay? He wasn't just a bad guy, okay? He was a very conflicted guy. And I liked that. I really, really did. And, I've been rambling on for a good minute now, but as you can tell, that this is not so much a review, it's just my thoughts and opinions of the show. But, yeah, John Walker, definitely the highlight of the show. Definitely. The twist with Sharon Carter, I thought that was clever. I was oh, ooh, that's good. I like that. I like what they did there. I honestly did not see that coming. Maybe other people did, but I did not. I was oh, snap. That made sense. I get why she went heel. So I thought that was cool. I really did. And it's kind of funny, too, when... again, going back to Sam. He I mean, I get it. It's also cliche, but out of context, he walks into the room where he sees a Sharon Carter on her, on the floor, bleeding out, basically, with Carly holding a gun, and he still decides to help her out. Bruh. Are you kidding me? Really?
Really?
What does it take for him? And then he defends her at the end of the show. Oh, well, they're not this, they're not that. We should stop labeling people. And I get it. Hey, that's noble. That's great. But guess what? She was a villain. And I get why she is a villain. But she's a villain. She is a villain. And she killed people. And she deserved to die in the show. Not saying in real life. I'm just like, really? What does it take? She killed people. She threatened your family. Okay, and she probably would have killed your family if she had the chance. But you still decide,
we're gonna thank you.
That's another thing about the Flag Smashers. What's such an underwhelming group of villains? I mean, I like the fact that they changed, the Flag Smasher villain to like this idea. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I like that. But am I really supposed to be intimidated by this ginger kid? Am I supposed to be intimidated by these little weenie looking ass kids? Look, I'm not saying they couldn't take me on a fight, right? And I'm not saying that, of course I get it. They do have superpowers. They're enhanced or super soldiers or whatever. So yeah, of course. But it's like, really? You guys, you fought Thanos. You fought Thanos. Okay, you fought bigger villains than them, and yet you're having a hard time. But I mean, hey, I get it. They don't have the Hulk and Thor and Iron Man on their side. All right, this is just Falcon. This is just Winter Soldier, who for the most part are either on steroids or just enhanced in certain ways. But that's it. So of course they're gonna have some trouble. Again, it's just. Flag Smashers. Like I mentioned this in my last video. I just I didn't really care for them. I was like, it didn't nothing really drew me to the show. Really, it was just John Walker. Zemo was a good highlight. I like that they worked with him in the sense of that, he's like the Hannibal Lecter type. Maybe I'm saying that wrong. Maybe I'm using a horrible comparison. So for those who love Hannibal Lecter, please don't get mad at me. But I mean, I like that that's what they had to resort to, but it just, to me, it makes Sam Wilson and Bucky look like hypocrites. It makes them look like, these guys who are supposedly supposed to be the heroes, yet they're working with the villains. So I'm like, okay, so you're going to give John Walker crap because, oh, he's Captain America. Captain America do no wrong. Let's not forget that Captain America kept the secret that Bucky killed Iron Man's parents, and only so he wouldn't hurt his feelings or whatever. It's like, no, you didn't tell him because you love the guy, and, well, you love him more than Iron Man. That's the truth, right? Sam Wilson and Bucky were just, I had no real interest. I would much rather see a John Walker show, now that I think about it. I would much rather see a John Walker or U.S. Agent spinoff at this point, which they might do. But who knows? We'll see. Loki's up next. It's probably going to be more of the same, right? I mean, it's cool. We got some original content there. We got, these characters live on through the Disney Plus shows. But much like I said with WandaVision, and much like I'm saying about Captain America or the Winter Soldier and Falcon, Loki just looks like to be another show where I'm just going to be like, oh, well, I mean, it looks good, but I don't know what's going on. And, well, we'll see. Maybe it'll be a good show. He's an amazing actor. He does his role really well. I'm glad that he has his own show. But what is the show really about? And from what I've seen, I don't know still. And I'll watch it because, I mean, I have the Disney Plus, so why not, right? But that's pretty much at the end of this video. That's just kind of giving my thoughts and opinions on this show. I'm sure there are plenty of people who disagree with me about my thoughts with John Walker. And if you disagree, go ahead, put it in the comment section below, because I could definitely see a lot of people saying things about John Walker, which they have already. But, hey, John Walker did nothing wrong. I stand with John Walker. Change my mind. And if you like these videos and want to see me put out more videos like this, please like and subscribe, and as well hit that bell button. Cause yeah, I mean, I would definitely like to put out more videos, but I would like to do it more consistently, at least every once or two, every 2 weeks or so. So again, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell button. And if you don't stand with John Walker, let me know why. And if you do, which I'm sure there's some closeted fans out there, don't be afraid. John Walker did nothing wrong. He's a great hero. He is a hero, okay? He's not the best hero, but he is a hero, at least in my opinion. So there you have it, folks. That's this review. It's not even a review. It's just the end of this video. Let me know what you think, and well, see you when Loki ends.